a K-pop idol and it went completely wrong. Hi there, I'm Multilingual Traveler Q and I'm truly happy to have you guys here with me. This week I'm going to share with you guys a super spicy story that I never thought I would be sharing publicly because I was literally keeping my loyalty to this person to never speak about that ever anywhere. I didn't want to have another scandal. I didn't want to have another issue with these fans, these crazy fans.
Oh my god.
You guys know what I'm talking about if you are in the K-pop space.
Oh my god!
All I want is a peaceful life. Well, we all know how K-pop idols are these perfect, innocent, and angelic people on this earth. And that's why they're called idol. If you haven't heard about BTS, then you're really living behind the moon. But if you do know BTS, you guys probably know of these crazy fans that are completely blinded by their idols. It doesn't really have to be BTS. There are so many K-pop groups from literally A to Z. All of these idols, they're really talented. Well, some of them who reach success not by money. However, many young people in East Asia, they actually suffer from the pressure to actually become like their idol. Let me tell you, I know they're picture perfect, and this is where all the halo effect is happening. The halo effect is when one trait of a person or thing is used to make an overall judgment of that person or thing. They're so perfect in people's eyes that they believe that these idols are not human anymore. But in reality, they have the same desires and the same needs and wants like every other person, like you. They're also likewise social beings who crave for love. And they're also greedy like any other human being. And summing this together, scandals happen. Very bad scandals. Seungri from Big Bang, he looks so innocent on camera, but he was actually behind one of the worst K-pop industry scandals ever. You guys probably know that Korea is very well known for molka. A lot of social experiments are done with that, or unconsented sex tapes. Well, Seungri was actually guilty for distributing a lot of unconsented sex videos of women. Not a good thing. But I know that all of you guys are here because of my story, so let's dive right in. Once upon a time, I used to be also a teenage girl enjoying pop culture and all those entertainment that every other girl was into. K-pop idols literally shaped my whole childhood. I'm from the era listening to MBLAQ, SHINee, Girls' Generation, Super Junior, BoA, Gina, and so on. And that time, I used to actually post also a lot of K-pop dance covers. I love dancing so much. And I was also dancing as a hobby with my own K-pop group. And we were dancing, singing, rapping, doing all of the stuff that you would enjoy in a K-pop group. And of course, at that age of 13, 12, you are also looking forward to become a K-pop idol as well. That shiny fairy on stage. When I was 15, 16, I also shared a video of mine online where I was dancing to the song by Chico, Eureka. You guys probably know this song, and it received a lot of attention, and one of the likes was actually by a K-pop idol. Well, if that happens nowadays, all cool, no one would know about it except the receiver. But back then on Instagram, you could see who liked whose picture. This feature on Instagram is now gone. Back then, this feature destroyed relationships. You could literally stalk the people you are following, what they're commenting, what they're liking, who they're following, everything. Well, when this idol liked my video, and I think he was commenting something like, oh, good or fire or whatever, something completely innocent. Well, the day after when I woke up, I was waking up to a bunch of hate messages. Where does this come from? Why is this happening? This person then sent me a direct message apologizing for his fans, and he was telling me that he would have to unfollow me and he had to delete his likes and comments on my post, and he would like to continue chatting on another app because all his social media accounts were actually managed by his management agency, label, company. He had a manager taking care of all his social media. So we then moved to KakaoTalk. During that time, Snapchat was such a hot app, so I was actually asking him, well, do you actually also have Snapchat? We can then have a streak on there and sharing each other's day. Right now, Snapchat is not really in anymore, at least not in my circle. I don't know about you guys, but it's an app where you can send each other pictures of your daily life and you can then collect like streaks, and it's sort of a nice way of passively staying in touch. We were chatting a little bit together, but we were not really getting into a too much of a conversation.
What?
We did video call together and having a few phone calls. He sent me clips of him wishing me good morning and like what he's going to do, and also of him singing and his songwriting process, all romantic and all that. And you know, when you're 15 and you're getting to experience that, you're all like, oh my god, this is so sweet and so cute. But it's all innocent, little flirts here and there, until I knew that I was going to Korea soon. Fast forwarding 2-3 months when I was actually going to Korea, it was my first time traveling to Korea, and it was something I was looking forward to so much. I was traveling with my family, but I knew that I was going to meet a bunch of my friends that I've met online also. And I will never forget this feeling once entering a new country. I don't know about you guys, but when you're so obsessed with this entertainment pop culture, everything around you once you enter that country becomes pink.
Oh.
You get to enjoy all those cultural things, you enjoy to eat those food that you've always were craving for. When you see it in the dramas and when you see your idols eating those, you want to do that too. Everything I was seeking for, I finally had it. I blended out all the negative things around me and everything was so perfect. Well, after meeting a bunch of my friends, I of course also decided to meet this idol. We actually met up at Gangnam, and here there are a lot of like cool restaurants. There we actually went into a Korean restaurant where it is like a pan and then you usually fry their kimchi with like chicken, and then you usually put in the rice and then you add cheese, and it's so good. You guys totally gotta try it when you are in Korea. I am literally so hungry right now. Oh my god, my saliva is coming out. And anyways, all good, innocent. You're just talking, chit-chatting, having fun. How was Korea? How have you been? How's your music writing going on? How's your like production going on? And so on. And what was really exciting is because he had to wear like, you know, those cap and like a mask to hide his identity, and everyone was sort of looking, so I felt sort of special in that very moment, you know. While eating, of course, he still had a cap on, but the mask, he took it off, and I don't know, time was just passing by. We just like kept on talking. Afterwards, we went for a short walk, went into a coffee shop because I really wanted to have a cake. We went into like the Tusum cafe, enjoyed like a drink and a cake. We were talking about a lot of things, and one of the things that really stayed with me is how he was letting me know about the K-pop industry, how toxic it is, how really dangerous it is for women. And I was letting him know that I actually used to want to become a K-pop idol as well, and he was letting me know, do not enter the K-pop industry ever except you have the money and connections, because otherwise you will have to go under the knife for sure. You will have to sleep with these rich businessmen in Korea to actually buy yourself up. You're going to be abused by your seniors. There's so much pressure on how much you have to wait, how you have to look, how you have to behave, and your whole life is controlled by a company once you sign the contract. And all of that actually was happening to him. Luckily, he's a guy, so he didn't have to go through that sexual harassment. And his parents also used to be musicians, so he sort of had some reputation already. However, he told me how his whole life was controlled by his manager, his whole social media, his whole contacts, his phone. He was actually lying to his manager to actually meet me. He cannot see his parents either for so many years already. They have to do like these CO2 injections. I don't exactly remember what he was saying, but these idols, before they actually go on stage, before they actually film, they sort of inject something into their face to make it look slimmer, and everyone does it. He was saying even the most natural idols such as IU or Suji, they actually have to do that too. Trying to collect my memories together. It's been 8 years, everyone. I literally put that into the back of my mind and I never thought of revealing this ever into the public.
Later.
Well, after a long, interesting talk, we actually decided to have another walk. But this time when we went out, the aura was somehow very different.
Oh no!
He came much closer and I started to feel uncomfortable. I was 15, okay? And he was, I think, that time already 23, 22. I don't know what is going on, everyone. This is probably totally illegal. Anyways, he was getting closer and closer to me, and then I was sort of just like naturally following him where he's walking to, and then all of a sudden we were stopping in front of a loft hotel. If you don't know, in East Asia there are a lot of loft hotels where couples usually go there to sleep together, or they don't need to be couples, they just can go there to have their sexy time. And one tip, if you ever would go into one, make sure there's no molka, these hidden cameras, because there have been cases where people were recorded through the molka and those were actually then released. Oh, this society is giving me trust issues. He was then looking at me and saying, shall we go in? And sort of like dragging me into the direction of the loft hotel. Oh god. I was so scared, literally. I'm 15 years old, everyone. And you know, I'm actually a complete nerd and I'm just like a innocent girl being in Korea, meeting up some random dude who is an idol, and I thought he is that angelic idol that you see in the videos, but he is not, and I have to be at home at 10 p.m, okay? My parents are waiting for me. It was 11 p.m, I don't remember exactly, but I have a time to be back in the hotel.
Oh my god!
I friendly refused in a very kind way, laughing it off and saying, oh no, I really need to go back right now. My parents are waiting for me. Tomorrow we have a long schedule, I need to wake up early. And he did not stop. Was finding excuse and saying it wouldn't take long, let's just go in quickly, have a rest. You must be so tired after the whole day. I'm not, dude. If I'm tired, I should go back to the hotel, right? And this is where I then started walking off to the direction of the station. He followed me and then he of course apologized, saying, oh, totally understand. He still ended up walking me back to my hotel, which was all good and fine, and we say goodbye to each other. And
What?
Hello, it's me.
well, I had nothing to say, literally. I was so shocked. I just turned around, said bye, was really fun. I really didn't have any courage to tell him how that was really not what I expected. I went back into the hotel room, was getting ready to sleep, so that I got a Snapchat from him. I went on the Snapchat. I thought it would be like a good night selfie or whatever. But surprise, it was him in the bathroom taking a mirror selfie,
Oh no!
holding his banana, and saying something like, I miss you or whatever. Dude, what is going on? Are you that horny? Oh my god, I feel like, you know, I washed this memory out of my brain.
End of flashback.
I was too tired to think of anything. And I think this is sort of like a phenomenon when you're living in a big city. You don't really actually recognize what you're doing. Time is just passing by. You're just making stupid decisions. And in the next morning, what am I waking up to? Another banana picture. This time a close-up. And this is where I actually took my courage. And I was saying, hey, what are we? Like, this is nothing that I was expecting. I don't have any intentions. What do you want from me? He eventually got so embarrassed because I was putting him out there, questioning his actions, and I think he didn't think I would have ever done so because I am just like a young girl, innocent, and he thinks he can just do whatever with me, I suppose, and get away with it, and that I wouldn't dare to really go against him. Maybe he was trying to get some news from me, whatever it might be. You guys know what he gave me as an excuse for his actions. Oh, my management is so strict with me. They control my whole life. I couldn't date anyone in the past few years. I couldn't go out. I'm just locked up in this apartment. I just have to work non-stop and I am just so lonely and feel so isolated from the world.
Oh God, please, no! No!
Alright, dude. So you 23 years old man is trying to find love from a 15 years old from Switzerland, from another country. You know that I'm going to be gone after this few weeks that I'm in Korea. Really? Well, I gotta admit that me as a 15 years old, I had some brain cells. I was smart enough to not fall for that crap. In the same week, I received another DM by another girl on Instagram. This time it's not just some random hater, but a girl claiming that she is his girlfriend. So she was asking me whether I have been meeting him, whether I've been seeing him like romantically and what has been going on, and that she is his girlfriend, don't touch him, whatever this, that. And for me, I don't really care about that crazy girl, but I literally was carrying that this dude was unloyal to someone else that he was probably dating at that time. I'm not someone who's into love triangles or these like poly relationships, whatever they're called nowadays. I'm not into that. Keep me out of that. I sent him this direct message of this girl to him and he was speechless, okay? He had nothing to say. He gave me random excuses again, and for me at this point, it's just intuition, ladies and gentlemen. You just know that something is fishy. You just know that this person's personality is effed up. You just know that this person is not someone you want to be around with, especially after what they have done, sending these perverted stuff and going overboard. And honestly, even until today, I'm still getting a brain fog whenever I have to remember these things. I was sort of so angered and at the same time felt super disappointed. Even though I did not want to have anything romantically with him, I knew it was really unrealistic and I was sort of still traumatized by his fans. So I literally cut him off.
What?
I blocked him. Yep, this girl, 15 years old me, decided to block this dude. I still saw his latest work with great artists, big artists, but I never listened to his songs again. I avoided completely. About 1 year ago, I was watching YouTube, a YouTube video by a Korean YouTuber, and she's really famous for her plastic surgery journey, and I saw then that she was dating this dude. And let me tell you, I really enjoy her videos and all, but I could sense that she was struggling with some insecurities that she shared also publicly. And I'm honestly afraid that he actually uses her insecurities to manipulate her into his own desires. Oh my god. This is literally an overkill story. And honestly, this is not a story I'm proud of, that's why I never really spoke about it.
Oh my god!
But this is a lesson for everyone to never trust what you see online. People can pretend to be someone so different in front of the camera than who they are. I really hope that this dude is not going to be unloyal to this wonderful girl. Let me know in the comments whether you think once a cheater, always a cheater. And also, what would you have done in my situation? Honestly, until today, I am pretty happy with what I've done. Let me know whether you have acted differently at the age of 15 and whether you have done a similar experience. Ladies and gentlemen, please be careful out there. I'm telling you guys this story to raise awareness for this toxic industry that these people in there, these idols are just human as well. They have their own desires, wants and needs like everyone else, like you and me. You should not trust whatever you see online. Always be careful. I know that some of you would like to know the identity of this person. This person is still an ongoing artist in the K-pop industry. He still is producing music and making videos. However, I would like to keep his identity private for now because I have no idea what this can lead to, and honestly, the act of his is not okay, so I don't want to put him out there and create a whole scandal right now. It is something very tricky, and I really just want to have a peaceful life, and this is probably why I never talk about these terrible incidents. However, that is not the only story. I was going more and more into the K-pop industry, entertainment, and meeting more and more people up until even the A-list idols. If you're interested to hear more about those spicy stories, let me know in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications to not miss out, and I'm looking forward to share more stories with you guys. Honestly, this is really the first time to step out into the public talking about my experiences. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yes, take care. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support and see you in my next video. Bye bye. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. Oh my god, look at my face. I look so drained after speaking about this whole story.